People ask, like, what's the recommended spend for SubmitHub? I
Yeah.
would say $20. Yeah. So my logic there is that, especially if you're a newcomer on the platform, one of the biggest mistakes you can make is to come in and spend $100. You haven't learned all the ins and outs of SubmitHub. It's a tool, right? It's got so many different filters and functions and features on it.
Yeah.
That if you come in and you throw down $100 on your very first attempt, you're probably gonna spread yourself too far in the wrong direction and end up walking away wondering what you were doing. If you spend $10 on your first submission, those first 48 hours will be a learning process for you. And then you come back for your next submission, you go, okay, cool, now I know what to do. So
now the danger with that is, I think it's fairly likely that you would use that first 10, 20 bucks and get no approvals. So instead of using it as a learning experience, you'd use it as like negative proof of concept. Like, oh, I guess this doesn't work for me, I'm out.
I have a solution for that.
Give it to me.
Yeah, well, what I do is when someone's new, I hide all of the difficult curators.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, it's called recommended picks. It's right there. It's default enabled if you're a first timer. And it's actually default enabled for any first submission for a song. And it hides almost, let's say, 30 to 40% of the available curators. And it's primarily based on approval rates. So it hides almost everyone who's got like a 5% or less approval rate within the genres you're targeting. So I do try to improve those initial experiences and make sure that they don't walk away with their first 10 or 20 submissions empty-handed. How well that works, I don't know. Yeah, no, I mean, it works okay, I think. I actually haven't, I do have a lot of numbers, but I haven't looked into that number too much recently, like comparing the success of first-timers versus veterans. But that would be an interesting, actually, analysis to do, is to look at first-timer campaigns. I'm just going to write this down.
I generally tell people that at least running 50 curators before you like offer an assessment of, is my music a fit for the platform or not? And some people that doesn't work. If you're too niche and there are only 20 people who you even are a fit for, then obviously that doesn't work. But a lot of people, if you're making like, indie pop or something, or like hip hop or something that's like more mainstream, I feel like you don't really get the feel. Yeah, and you don't get the feel for like what your success rate will be until you get to like a certain number of placements. And maybe that comes from my PR background too, because I'm so used to running like campaigns where we're doing 50, 100 pitches to get like the 3 to 5 placements. But
yeah, I guess like it varies a lot. I mean, Groover, right? Their pro tip is to submit to more platforms. Their headline that I've seen is, artists who've had the most success are the ones who spend the most money. And I'm like, okay, well, yeah. I mean, yeah, you spend more, but I don't know if that's the right approach.
I appreciate your perspective on it, because I mean, it honestly just feels more like, I don't know, a genuine approach than saying like, yeah, just spend more money with us.
Yeah, well, I don't want to overpromise success, right? Music is so subjective, and you could put your song out there and get no bites, or you could get a lot of bites and they just actually don't lead anywhere. It's so hard to know, and there's so much music coming out every single day that even a successful song disappears into obscurity almost instantly. So it's difficult. And so the way I like to position SubmitHub is as one of those eggs in that basket that you want to hopefully only spend 30 minutes on, so that you can focus your time on making your music video or getting ready for your gig or whatever it is. There's just so many other things. So the idea is that SubmitHub should be a quick and efficient way to do it.